Alright, welcome back to TutorMeSpanish.weebly.com, and what we're going to go through today is the ER and then IR verb endings for the present tense. These verb endings will be attached to any verb that of course ends in ER or IR. Previous video we went through all the verbs in the regular present tense that end in AR, so now we're moving on. We're combining the ER and the IR simply due to the fact that they are very similar, and most of the new verb endings will be almost the same. So as we get going, let's do a quick review of the Spanish pronouns, because remember those boxes connect over to our verb endings. So our Spanish pronouns, of course, being yo, meaning I, tú, meaning you informal, él, which is he, ella, she, and then usted, you formal. Then we've got nosotros and nosotras, which you guys remember means we, vosotros and vosotras, which is you all, informal, ellos, they, masculine, ellas, they, feminine, and then ustedes is you all, formal. Now our IR verb endings, if you think back, you'll remember that any and every verb will end in either AR, ER, or IR. In this case, we have the verb abrir, which means to open. Now, what we'll do is we'll box the verb ending, that IR, and remember, every time we identify the verb ending, we're going to drop it off, and we're going to add our new verb endings. Now, those new verb endings for the present tense, this is the present tense, so let's put that up in here as well so we can remember that. The present tense, for the IR verb endings, it's going to be O, ES, E, IMOS, I with an accent, S, and then EN. Pronunciation-wise, it's O, ACE, A, EMOS, ES, N. You notice that the E makes an A sound, and then the I's, EMOS, and ES make an E sound. Now, those are your IR verb endings. Let's take a look at the ER verb endings, and we're going to take those verb endings, and they're very similar. It's O, ACE, A, AMOS, ICE, EIS with an accent over the E, and then N. Now a good example of this verb would be the verb comer, which means to eat. Once again, it ends with the verb ending of ER. So once again, it's O, ACE, A, AMOS, ICE, N. And notice that the E makes an A sound. The I, do you remember? There you go, good. That I makes an E sound, and the E makes an A sound. Okay, just a little practice now. What we're going to do is we're going to practice utilizing any verb in the present tense that ends in an IR. We're going to practice doing a conjugation. So let's take the verb abrir. Abrir, of course, means to open, as we mentioned previously. And abrir, of course, remember we got the IR there. We're going to drop that off, and we're going to put our stem, our root, in each of these boxes. Okay? I'll pause here so we can do the left column first. Now notice IR verb endings for the present tense. It's O, ACE, A, EMOS, ES, N. What I do is I take each verb ending, connect the boxes, and put those verb endings and the stems together. So let's do that. Abro, abres, abre. Moving on to nosotros. Take my stem, ABR, add the IMOS. Vosotros, ABR, I with an accent, S, and then ABR, EN. So my end product is abro, abres, abre, abrimos, abris, and abren. Notice the similarities, exact same thing with the verb endings. IR verb endings and the IR verb endings. Okay, now we're going to practice conjugating a ER verb in the present tense. So let's go ahead and take these verb endings that we have written over here for the ER verb endings in the present tense. And what we're going to do now is we're going to take the O, the ACE, and the A, AMOS, ICE, and N, and we're going to apply them to the verb comer. Now, comer means to eat, so let's identify really quick what our verb ending is. It's that ER there. And remember, the verb ending, every time we take that verb, we're going to drop that verb ending. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, after we've dropped it, remember we have left what's called the stem or the root. Now, for comer, it's C-O-M. Now we take that stem, or the root, and we apply it to each one of these boxes. Okay, let's deal with that left column first, and let's apply our new ER verb endings in the left column. The O, the ACE, the A. Let's apply that to the stem or the root, and then we'll have conjugated the verb. Como, comes, come. Next column, comemos, comais, and then comen. And remember, all we're doing is we're taking the stem or the root of the verb for comer, C-O-M, and then adding the new verb endings for ER verbs. O, ACE, A, amos, ACE, N. And those are the ER present tense verb endings. So we're left with como, comes, come, comemos, comais, and then comen. Now, como, if you'll think back, that top left box connected to the yo pronoun, which yo means I. So como no longer means just to eat, it means I eat. Comes, remember, connected over to the to pronoun, which is you informal, and comes therefore means you informal eat. Now, if you need to go back and review informal versus formal, please go and do that. It's under the pronoun video on TutorMeSpanish.weebly.com. And then come, which is he, she, or you formal eats. Present tense. Comemos, we eat. Comais, y'all, informal eat. Comen is they, masculine, they feminine, and you all formal eat.